So, good evening, how is everyone? I see History and Scale's already here. Good evening, History and Scale. Thanks for joining me tonight on these live streams. I assume everybody can hear me and see me. And yeah, bit of a busy day for me today. It's I've been going through a bit of the backlog in the stash. I'm hoping that the lights are okay. Let me just spin this one around underneath. Try and get a bit more light here on the bench. Oh, that's gone off now. Hang on, let's put this one back on. Oh, lovely. Hopefully that's going to be alright. Not too much shine. And yes, hello, welcome to Moz 6510 Models, a channel dedicated to help you become a better scale modeler. So, as you know, I've been working on this Spitfire Mark 8 9, and it's now all painted. I've gone really old school on this one. I've given it the coats underneath and coats on top, and the decals I'm really reluctant until I get the Microscale Industries liquid to go on these decals to make them safe, because as you know, when I did the Frog Novo kit, the decals fell apart. They don't look too bad on this kit actually. You can definitely see there's a real sheen on the outside there, you can see it. And I don't know whether to put the decals on now or just carry on with the build until I get the Microscale Decal protection liquid that goes on it. I know Baggies did a video on it, and I'm going to watch it again before I start messing around with this stuff. So I assume tonight what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a touch up, and I might just put the wheels on, and then it'll be all ready then for paint up the wheels, etc. Get them all on board, and then give it a coat of gloss before I put the decals on. And then after the decals have all settled and everything's done, I'll put a matte finish on top. Canopy goes on, and then I think this will be a job done for a vintage kit. Yes, Mr. Ravenscroft, thank you very much. Yeah, it was really good having Baggies on board. There were some technical issues. I need to look at the way it's set up. Because I'm a Mac user, I'm really half tempted to go out, spend a couple of £100 or maybe £400 on a decent laptop and just run the live streams through that. I enjoy using the live streams using my Mac with just me, but when you have to mess about and get somebody on board, you need extra software, because unfortunately the Mac doesn't have this ability to record what's happening on the screen and then put it out. And that's why you'd notice that for one of the problems that we had last night was I was talking over him, and it wasn't. We were actually talking like me and you, but on the playback it's like I was talking over him certain bits. It's like there's like a 2-second or like a second delay in when he finished and when I started, and it was quite apparent. So I need to look into the software, but he's busy tonight, he's working. I was asking if he wanted to come back on and finish off, but unfortunately he's working because he's a key worker. So coffee slip. Right, so yeah, History and Scale, why don't you try one of the decals you're not using on the kit as a sort of test? Yeah, yeah, they look alright. I'm just not confident. I just want to get this stuff and put it over it to give it a bit of protection so they don't break up or disintegrate like they did last time. It was quite embarrassing. You know, when you see what we get now, when it comes to decals now to what they had back then, this is quite a modern one. This isn't, you know, this Frog one I think was one of the latter kits that was made. But that's the plan anyway. So to get the wheels on tonight, the undercarriage, the gearing, and get it looking all spruced up. Top up some of the paint, and then really that will be ready for the gloss coat, which I want to do. I spray on a gloss coat on this one, ready for the decals. Put the decals on. set it all up, then put the matte finish on, and then the canopy will be last. Good evening, James Mower, nice to see you. I was talking to my missus actually whether I carry on doing these live streams every night. I think it may just be once or twice a week I'll do the live streams, but whilst I'm furloughed and there are other people that are furloughed, it wouldn't be an issue to do them. But yeah, we were discussing about the future of these live streams, because you spend an hour looking at what you're doing. Whoops, just dropped the kit there. And now those are the kits over here. These are all going on eBay because they're not all complete. So yeah, because you're doing a lot of what was I saying? When you set up the live stream, it's about an hour before you set things up. Then tonight I had to reboot my computer before I could do it, because I'd already opened up 4 or 5 applications and there just wasn't enough gumph to run OBS. OBS is quite a strong system-wide software drain on the computer. I say software drain, what they call it, RAM, memory drain. So yeah, that's how far I've got with that. It's looking good, so we'll put the wheels on in a bit. Last night we were doing the Demon, and it was going together quite well. What I did was I actually filled in the holes on the plane, or like the pin marks underneath, and there's a really good bit of kit, and I wish I filmed when I did it, but I didn't, because at the time I was tired. I filled the holes and away I went. And I don't know what I've done with the tube of it. Let me just quickly check what I've done with the tube of that stuff. It's here somewhere, I think. But I used the perfect plastic putty. Putty on this. Have I got it here? Yes, I have. There it is. And what you tend to do is with it is you put a bit in the pot. Let's try as it dries. What I do is I put a bit in the pot, like so, just a little touch. You don't need a lot of this stuff. Let's put it back on. Let that spread up through. Put the knob on the end back. Right, knob. Right. Child. And what you do is that you kind of mix it with a bit of water, or make it a bit. Let's get some water here. There you go. Just a little drop of water. Give it a mix. And then what you tend to do is you fill in the gap. So there's a gap here. There's a gap there. And what you do is you just gently rub it into the gap and leave it protruding slightly. Okay. Quite a big gap there. I might just fill that in. So use the tiniest bit of water. And you just push it in the gap, basically. Get a bit of this out. So let's go in there. And you push it in. And then you just leave it to dry. It doesn't take very long to dry, but once it's dried, what you do is you get a cotton bud, lick it in your mouth or use a bit of water, and you just rub it off. See, there's a little bit there. You can see that in the camera. I'm just trying to get it close. See that there? And if you just rub it, it stays in the hole, but it rubs off to a flat bit, and that's how I got that so flat. I haven't used any paper on this at all, any sandpaper. That's just by rubbing left and right, rubbing it off. You can do the same here. When it's dry, you just rub it off. Now that's not dry, by the way, I'm just showing you that it just rubs off. But I'll fill that in a bit more, because it needs a bit more in there. But I'll do that after the thing. But yeah, you just basically wet it and you rub it off, and it does come off quite nice. Alright, so that's the perfect plastic putty in motion. You can see it there. It's a little bit raised there. And it makes it flat. You can go over it with a little stick just to finish it off. Makes it shine actually. And there, it's really good stuff, this plastic putty. Just use the green on this one. There you go, see? Nice and flat. It's really good stuff. So we got as far as that last night, but I'll wait until Baggies is able to pop on, and we'll take it from there. Right, so that's that bit done. History and scale, you have to find it. I'm not telling you. Chancellor NW, evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining me. You have to. Right, so what we're doing tonight, yeah, we're going to do that, aren't we? So let's get this back. There's the model. We need the sprues out of here. So there's the propeller. Let's get the sprues out. And let's have a look at the wheels. I think I had actually already done the wheels on this one already. I'll just get the instructions out. Hiya Mark, Scale Models, nice to join us tonight. By the way, on this channel, if there's any here that you feel that you want to go and watch them. If they've got their own channels, go along and subscribe, you know, share the wealth a little bit. You know, there are better model makers out there than me. I'm just an amateur. So we're looking at them down. Right. Look at the detail that's in there. Right. These have all been stuck together. Forgot I got that far with it. Well, we'll clean that out a little bit because there's a little bit of paint in there. So get the old knife out and just scrape some of this away. This will need one final coat, I think. And I think if I'm right, these should just slide in. Just trying to see where. Make sure I got the right way, Right. That is right, yeah. For some reason it won't go in. So why won't that go in there like that? I assume they just slide in. You put them at an angle, then they just slide in. But they don't seem to want to go in. Try the other one. So they go in like that. Try and see if I can get that to go in. Excuse that bit that I've got to touch that bit in. The little bit I missed. Well, I thought they just go in and they turn. I thought that's what the idea, how they go in. It's not going in. Trim that bit off there, I think. To make sure I get the right way round. So if they go up, they should go. Is it that way? Let's have a look. try again. Why won't you go in, you swine? Let's just check the instructions again. They're not seem to be going in. The deluxe putty works well overlaid with a thin super glue once dried. Yeah, I have heard that about it, but I've never used it. Right, something drastic wrong here. It's not going in. Let's have a quick. Rub that nub off. Let's try again. No, he just doesn't want to go in, this one. There you go. Nope. I might just cut them off and just put them in. Right, let's try again. It's getting a bit annoying now, it's not going in. It's not this way. No, that ain't happening, is it? No, it looks like I'm going to have to... Yeah, it's not going in at all. Right, top the end off, then just glue it in, I think. That's what I'm going to do. I tried to get it in twice now, it's not going in. It's something, it's just, there's no blockage, it just won't slide up. No, not happening, which is a shame. I don't want to wreck that because that's part of it. Which is the right way. It should be that one, isn't it? So if it goes in there, yeah, that should be it. Get in, you swine. Oh, this is fiddly, this is, isn't it? And there, I push through. Ah, no, broke it off. No, I broke it off. What a bugger. So that would have to just go in there. And be glued on. That's what I'm going to have to do. Just glue him on there. Yeah. How frustrating that is, isn't it? I broke it right down the back there. This may not work. I may have to reinforce it. But it's just so frustrating when you're trying to get something in and then it just doesn't want to play ball. Evening baggies, I see you home from work. Get yourself some dinner, mate. You deserve it. The right angle for it. Leave that to dry. Hold it, hold it, hold it. No, I'm going to have to reinforce this, I think. But that is quite frustrating how that, don't worry about that because I'll re-glue that anyway. But it just won't go in the slot. It's saying push through then twist, but it's not letting me push through. I'm reluctant to cut the ends off, but I'm going to have to because it's just not happening tonight. It is not happening. Don't do old kits, lads. Just buy nice new ones from Airfix and just hope for the best. Currently being cooked with a beer in my hand. Fair play to yourself. Well deserved. Well deserved. I hope she runs your bath as well afterwards, mate. That should fit in there nicely, but do you know it bloody doesn't, you know? They lied on the instructions. I've got this one to make. Have you, mate? It's alright kit, to be fair. The instructions are crap. That should just fit in that little ridge there. Boom. And then stick. And it isn't. Feel it in the groove there. Just hold it and see. I've tried, yeah, I don't want to scrape it back too far, chap, because it's all part of it. Like, you know, it should just slot in nice. Right, that's in the groove there. That should stick nice. Come on. See, that one's stuck on there now. Oh, come on. What I'll do is I'll leave that to one side for it to dry. I'll heap it up with I'll put a little bit of blue tack next to it, see if I can get that to stay up. There's that blue tack too, that would do. If I put that there next to it, that should keep it, well, get that up straight left a little bit. That's him. Oh, actually, that's not bad actually. Hang on. A bit more glue there while he's in that position. Cool. Right, he's good. Right, so I'll leave that to dry now. which is all good. Any questions tonight? And any news, by the way? I've not heard anything happening in the scale model world. I know Mini Art are releasing kit after kit after kit at the moment, which is really good. But I've not seen anything really, anything in the news, anything worthy of being talked about. Oh, give it a good shake. We've got 8 people watching. Thank you all for watching. Doo, doo, doo. See, everything is news on hold. Yeah, I think there's a lot going on at the moment. With nobody seems to know if there's going to be a Telford this year. They haven't as of yet cancelled Telford, but there has been rumours circulating that some of the dealers aren't keeping their eyes open and ears open. There must be a point where they say, right, we're not going to do it. We'll come back next year. It'll be interesting to see what Airfix have got in plan for as a release. Give that its first coat. A Model are banging out a lot of new business jets and turboprop region airline kits. Are they? I've not seen any of them. Tamiya are releasing 2 new Africa Corps colours. So I saw that. I did see that. Yes. Good shout. Yeah, I did. It's like, yeah, I did see that one. I must have a look at that, actually, about the Tamiya. I did see that, definitely. Did I get an email through? Tamiya new releases. That's right, I did see that. All Tamiya. Yeah, I did see that colour. That's a really good shout. That I forgot about that colour. New releases. Well, apparently they're bringing out a Cobalt Green. Is that right? Cobalt Green. Which looks interesting. But I didn't see that one. Was it choose month? I'm in June at the moment, so in May. Where's that colour to? Nope, not in May. Was it April? I saw it. That's right. Yeah. It's XF92, isn't it? XF92. It's quite a strong colour. 1941 German Africa Corps. That's right. I saw that. I did see that on their website. It came through as a thing, as a new release. So anyway, in here, this came. I do like a catalogue. Who doesn't like a catalogue, eh? If I move this out of the way, maybe we can get that fully on camera so we can see. I do like a good calendar. A catalogue. Can you all see that on screen? So, I don't think there's anything new in this catalogue that you haven't seen before. There's quite a bit in the catalogue. As you know, they've got the Star Wars Bandai range, Star Trek, the Easy Click system, military aircraft, civil aircraft, space helicopters, sailing ships, civil ships, submarines, military ships, cars. I'll go into that in a minute. Actually, I'll go into something in a minute. I got given a set this week, and I've just realised that. Yeah, I'll go into it. So bus, trucks, locomotive, bikes. We got a whole lot there. Gift sets, model sets. But let's have a little look. So new tools. So then, basically it's saying Gestaltung Design for Das Builders Choice Model 2020. So, hobby, your idea, your choice. Create your own design for the Builder's Choice Model 2020. After internal pre-selection, the Facebook community decides on the winning design. The design will be realised by Revel and then brought into stores. This is a great hurry. Those in great hurry can already pre-order the Builder's Choice model in the Revel shop. What's your design? So it was that one, was it? That plane there. And the model Golf GTI 1 to 24. Let's go for the Bandai. There's nothing much on the Bandai range, same as normal, isn't it? There's nothing new there. Oh, the B-Wing fighter is new apparently. Is that new tool or is it just new? New models, new tool. Ah, see, new tool models. I don't think there's any new tool models in here. They're quite good. The build and play. No, nothing there. No new tools. Has anybody built a Star Trek one from Revel? Are they any good? Are they any good? Oh, they're doing Top Gun as well. Look at that. Actually, as Top Gun Maverick. So Airfix have got a Top Gun range, haven't they? In their shops. I've got the Airfix one here. Let's have a look, shall we? Where's the Top Gun range? There you go. So there's the Revel, the Top Gun range Maverick from Airfix, sorry. I forgot what they were called then. So yeah, Top Gun Maverick and that one. And they've got an F-18 Hornet and a Mustang. And they've just got their own Hornet and Super Hornet. Exclusively at Revel. Hang on a minute. Not quite, is it? Not quite exclusively, I don't suppose. Just going back to the chat, history and scale. I just brought some Tamiya paint to mix some for my Panzer II. Sort of irrelevant now, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, so they're both doing it. Their own Top Gun. But yeah, there's no new tool. I don't think there's any new tools in here. Just got the old Ranger Spitfire. There's their Mark 5B. The BAE Hawk's got new parts, but it doesn't say what new parts that is. So I'd like to do a B-17 Memphis Belle just for the crack. Yeah, there doesn't seem to, they're saying new, but there's not anything new tooled. So maybe they haven't got any. Normally they get the new tooling at the front of the catalogue, don't they? Very little. Look at that Junkers JE52 there. Just says new, but it doesn't say what's new about it. It's probably just different decals. Same with the rocket space shuttle, they're just the same, aren't they? But yeah, so this is the catalogue. There's quite a lot in it. Look at that, they've got their own range. You know, I may have a go at that. I may have a look at that when it comes in the workstation. I know, I might buy one of them just for the crack and see what they're like. Because that looks like you could have your, where they've got the slot compartments there, I reckon you could probably fit your Tamiya in there as well. You might be able to put your Tamiya in. You've got 2 levels there. That looks quite nice and idea. I'll tell you what, if I can get one, I'll order. It's new, so I'll have a look and see what they're like and see if I can get hold of one and get one in so then we can have a look at it and see what it's like. I don't hear people use the Revel weathering. Is there a reason for that? Does anyone know in the chat? Does anyone know why they don't use you don't see a lot of Revel weathering sets being used? Well, I never knew that. You know when you get the aqua colour, you can twist it. Have I got an aqua colour here? I've got an aqua colour here. No. I'll have to get. I didn't know you could do that. Mix it on the thing. Whoops! I just dropped on that box. Yeah. So not much in it. There's a junior kits, which are just like the Airfix quick builds. Look at that compressor mind. Wonder who makes their airbrushes, because that looks quite a tidy airbrush, that one. There's a compressor there. They call it standard class for their compressor range. I've got a Revel USS Enterprise that needs building. Unboxed, it is very well detailed. Yeah, I can imagine. I've got one. I think I got one which was broken down. Is it anything like this? Let me just get the box out. Does it look a bit like that? Never got around to finish building it. Such a shame, really. I should have got it done. Mine's an Airtel one, 1987. Yeah, I never got around to finish building it. I painted it all and everything. But yeah, I must look at that sometime and have a go at doing that. Close that up. Ah, get in there. Right. Push him in. Right. Wouldn't mind their 124 Land Rover. Yeah. What do you need bits and bobs wise? I don't know about, James writes, I don't know about whether their weather insets are any good. Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, some bits and pieces. There's quite a big range for Revel anyway in their catalogue. I might do a film and film it and just, you know, have a look. There's a Super Hornet there. Remember, I built that one, didn't I? Did I build that one? Yeah. But I think it's up in the attic, that one. I haven't built Revel for years. 2 years? Must do another Revel. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. It's not a lot in here. When they say model sets are new, that's because they've just added paint to them, doesn't it? It's not any. It doesn't seem to be any new tooling at all. Some nice military stuff there. They've always had a good range of military. Revel, but there's yeah, I might film this and put that. That's TNG. Yeah, I think it is TNG, that one. I didn't see which one you had. Let me just scroll back. I've got a Revel USS Enterprise. Right. I use the Old Games Workshop workstation if the bench is full and want to do sub-assembly on my lap. Also as a saves, as I said, I use it. I use my workbench, my Airfix, my Humber one all the time. See, the camper vans are nice, aren't they? They don't. If I remember rightly, was it the T3 is a really bad fit? It's a Filler Queen. Look at that E-type Jag. I've still got my FX one now. I think the FX one was brilliant. I enjoyed making that as a starter set. So that's really that. So, anyways, that's So I got given some kits. You probably have never heard of this company. You probably never heard of them because they went bust in the early 2000s. Dave, give us a shout. You got your way of getting to me, messaging me. If you need brushes and stuff, let me know. I have a box full here somewhere, and I'm willing to send up some brushes to you. I mean, I have an absolute ton load of brushes. If you want some brushes, I can send some to you. Any sort of get you started. And if you need any paints, let me know, because I've got a raft of paints upstairs I don't use, but you can, if you need some paints, let me know what colours you need and you can have them. You may not know if you've ever heard of JB Models, but they were around for a few years. But if I open up the box of the Land Rover and stuff, you will know. You would have seen, if you've built these models, you would have seen them, because if you open up the box and have a look, you would recognise the sprues. Have a guess. Who now has reboxed these and sells them as their own? Have a guess. 1 to 76 scale, mind. What do you reckon? Who do you reckon now makes these, or who now produces these? Who's got the tooling for them? Don't say KP. Anyone? I'll leave that question out in the chat. The Rab Fuel tanker a while back. Have I got that one here? I've got quite a few kits here. I'm going to do an unboxing of this one anyway to put on my channel. But does anyone guess? Anyone, any idea? Have you built this Land Rover? That's right, Chancer, FX. Airfix still use this tooling, and it's not too bad. This is like, this is genuine. This is the original. You can see by the chassis there. It's really nice. There's some detail there. You've got the exhaust all linked in, the transmission, the prop, all in one piece. There's a bit of a rarity, this kit now. You know, let's say JP Models, and now it was taken on by Airfix. But if I can get up to the camera and see if I can get that to look nice, can you see the detail in that? In the grille? It's exactly what you get from Airfix. Four tyres plus a spare to go on the front, and this is for the trailer. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I got this. And I think they use that trailer. Is it General Service Trailer? GS Trailer? It's all instructions here. Quite easy to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Is it 6? Yeah. You got your colour schemes, and I think the decals are just number plates, and you've got the, let's see if I can get this to work, because I got it to work last time. It's quite clever. If I get this up right, is that working? Is that light on? Right, so watch this. If I go up to here, over the camera, and then bring up the decal, is it showing? Nice and small decal bits there. Number plates, Royal Air Force. Not too bad, is it? If it gets into focus, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's an Airfix kit, that because originally it was made by JB Models, and Airfix bought the tool for it. So yeah, one that they've acquired. And to be fair, it's not a bad kit. I think I built the 1 to 40. Is it 1 to 32 scale? Did I build? A bit undersized next to a 172 aircraft, but does look okay next to a Gazelle. That's very true. Looks good built as part of a diorama. Everything looks good in a diorama, because if you get a model that's crap and you build it as in a diorama, it can always look crap in there, and then you just shove a load of coloured sand on it to make it look dirty, and away you go. Yeah, 1993 that was, and then Airfix took the kit on 2003. So there. Right, folks, I think that's about it tonight. It's 10 to 9. Are you enjoying these chats? If you are, please let me know, because it'd be really good to get some feedback on it. Just leave a comment down below. I will try and do more with builds and stuff. It is very difficult because you're trying to keep on top of everything. That is pretty much glued on nicely now. Just need to get the angle right. I think that's pretty good. That one's very weak. I'm gonna have to work hard at that one to get that one. I may reinforce it actually. He's just caught on there, and I just knocked him off. Would you believe that? I've just knocked him off. I may have to do a little bit of work on that one. I may even... oh no, he's come right off. I'm going to have to scratch build something to go in there so it holds into position. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, I'll have a look at that later on and get that. Or I may even... yeah, okay now. So that one there. As I was saying, is anything that you want to talk about, put it in the comments down below. If you can, there is a Facebook group called the Scale Model Club, Hasegawa Airfix Tamiya. So Airfix Revel Tamiya, I think it's called. I hang out in there these days. If you want to join me there, there is a link in the description down below on Facebook for the Scale Model Club. Join me in there. I am trying to find, and because I read a lot of articles, and I've decided I'm going to start putting the articles in that group, because I come across quite a bit of things I chat about. The chats are nice to work to. I started on my MiG-9 while listening tonight. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, if it helps anyone to have a little chat, I'll try and get some more information together. These are, it was just out of the box sort of thing. I started doing the chats. I've been quite happy with doing them, and it kills an hour time. And if there's anyone who wants to join me on these chats, please come aboard. We'll try and get you on. There's a bit more software I've got to look at first. But yeah, please just comment down below. My email address is in the About section. If you want to contact me on email, you can. Yeah, the Scale Model Club is on Facebook. Not the Scale Model Club, the page. It's called the Scale Model Club Hasegawa Airfix Revel Tamiya Hasegawa or something like that. And I hang out in there. There's about 12 members so far. But I'm hoping to build that group up where we can like funnel information in so we get to know what's going on in the scale model world. There's nothing much else to report from me. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's chat, and I will be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and hopefully if Baggy's not working he'll join me as well, and we'll carry on doing the Airfix Demon Hawker Demon kit. Alright, well cheers all, have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.